Fools, everyone wants to plan for their retirement in a way that's going to leave them financially secure. But there are so many different factors to consider in putting together a successful retirement plan, and there are definitely pitfalls that you can fall into if you don't get things right. My name's Dan Kaplinger. I'm the Motley Fool's Director of Investment Planning, and today I want to take a look at 3 traps that can derail your retirement dreams. And the first one is not planning for the financial needs of other people. So many people, when they're planning for retirement, only think of either themselves and perhaps a spouse. But in many cases, other family obligations can impose financial hardship on people. For instance, if your parents are still alive, they might need your financial assistance. They might be a burden on you. Similarly, children or even grandchildren, if they have financial needs and your retirement plan doesn't consider those, it can leave you in a financial bind. Now, secondly, a lot of retirees assume that they'll automatically be able to cut back on their housing costs. And specifically, one popular strategy was to sell a family home with the intention of downsizing into a more affordable home. But what we found during the housing bust was that you can't necessarily assume that you're going to be able to do that. With demand for homes varying widely, you really can't count on that as a retirement strategy, being able to sell that family home and move into something cheaper. In many cases, in some of the most popular areas where people think about doing this, the demand is such that you won't end up ahead by as much as you might think. Now, third and finally, the one big mistake people make is when people have different retirement ages. For instance, members of a couple where one spouse is able to retire before another one does, making the assumption that that working spouse will be able to cover all the financial needs, including that for the retired spouse. What too often happens is that that working spouse ends up with a situation where an unexpected job loss, a disability, an illness, or an injury make it impossible for them to keep working, and then suddenly, if you've anchored your retirement plan specifically on being able to count on that person's income, it can leave you in a bind it's really difficult to get out of. And so the thing here to keep in mind is to consider all these contingencies and figure out how your retirement planning can handle them if they happen. As long as your plan has something that you can fall back on, then you'll be in good shape. Now, for more on retirement planning and making the most of your money, be sure to stay tuned to Fool.com. Thanks for watching, and Fool on.